From Fisher Field on the campus of Baldwin-Wallace University, the Eagles Sports Network is on the air. Hi again, everybody. Chris Mendoza here. Glad to have you along. I am joined, as always, with Sean Garlock for the final game of the regular season for the freshman team.
Yeah, Chris, it's great to be out here. It's a fantastic day for baseball. It's about 72 degrees, winds blowing out to left field, and the tension, you can smell it in the air between these two teams. Both of them want to finish their season strong.
Yeah, St. Ed's coming into this final game with a 12-7 record, while the Revere Minutemen coming in with a 5-9-1 record on the year. So let's go over, before we get into anything else, let's go over the starters for both teams. First, for St. Ed's, Andrew Farron will be leading off. He will be in left field. Zach Gaines batting second will be at shortstop. Brandon Florjancic will be in right field. Camden Fuhrer will be catching. Grant Lashetka at third base. Jack Herman will be at first. Noah Lochner at second base. Jack Laux will be getting the start on the mound. And Hailey Devine will be in center field.
And for Revere, it'll be Dravankar catching. Warner playing second base, Henretti in center, Chihill playing short, Effinger will be lining up in left field, McCulley will be on the bump, Skidmore at first, Tim Pone will be EHing for them, and Hughes rounding out the order at third base, as well as Brinza in right field.
So before we continue, let's take this quick timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome to today's game. This is Paul Keels, and you know how much I love broadcasting the Buckeyes, but I also love high school sports. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to set a good example and make this a fun and safe experience for the kids involved. I know this game means so much to the players, coaches, and fans, but high school sports are about much more than the wins and losses. They teach life lessons that will be with the players long after their playing days are over. Good luck to both teams, and remember to respect the game.
And welcome back to Fisher Field from Baldwin-Wallace University. We are just getting set for the first pitch of today's game. The coach is currently in their meeting with both umpires. We will get their names soon enough. And speaking of the coaches, St. Ed's coaches will be Adam Mendoza, the voice of the Eagles, the head coach in his first year head coaching St. Ed's. He was the assistant freshman coach last year, and before that he was at Normandy for 2 years. And he will be assisted by Seamus McElwee. The head coach for Revere will be Dan Carlquist for the Minutemen. So let's go over the keys to the game for both teams. First, for St. Ed's, you want good pitching. You want to be able to throw those strikes as many as you can. He wants the timely hitting so then they can get those runners across the plate, I guess. And then overall team play, they want to finish the year strong as this is the final game for the Eagles.
And for the Revere Minutemen, their keys to the game is going to be efficient pitching, and they've struggled with location a lot throughout the year. So their main priority is just filling up the zone, getting Eds to be forced to swing the bat tonight. They don't want to allow free passes, and they need to get extra bases. So they need to be aggressive on the base pass and steal a run or an extra base here and there.
And the coach is still in their pre-game meet, so we're just gonna take a little break. Not really too sure how much longer this is going to go because, as we've seen on the JV team, they can go for quite a bit.
And speaking of the JV team, this Ed's freshman team will be getting a bit of help in their lineup as players Grant Lashetka, Jack Laux, and Brandon Florjancic, as well as Camden Fuhrer, the starting catcher for tonight, all coming down from either the JV or varsity teams to help out this freshman squad in their final game of the season.
Yeah, and the goal of this, just to get them as many reps as they can. That's been the goal for this whole program, is move guys up and down the program, get them as many reps as they can. I know on the JV squad, we've seen some of our top guys move up to the varsity level, and some of the top guys on the JV, on the freshman team, move up to the JV team.
Development is a very big key here in the St. Edward baseball program, and so just getting, even if it's not against the same level of competition they were facing before, it's still very good for them to just get reps, go through the game situations, get them ready for not only their next ed season but their summer seasons coming up as well.
And so the coach is still talking over out of play. Let's go over the dimensions here at the friendly confines of Fisher Field. You got 320 going down the right and left field poles, 375 to the gaps, and then 400 in straightaway center.
I don't know how hard you hit a baseball, but I would not call 400 straightaway center a friendly confine, my friend.
Well, for the college level, these are the friendly confines. For the freshman level, they're not too friendly to hitters, but they will make the outfielders chase the ball for a while.
Anything in the gap, you got to get to it quickly as an outfielder, or else, as we've seen in games between the JV and varsity teams here, something gets to that far right field wall, and the guy's going to be standing up on third base before you even get the ball to your cutoff man. Teams going into their huddles now as we get ready for the opening pitch and get ready for this final game of the freshman season.
And again, the starting battery for the St. Edward Eagles, they are currently in their little circle for their prayer. We have Jack Laux coming down from the varsity squad to get some more pitching reps. He will be pitching to Camden Fuhrer, the starting catcher, not only on the JV team at most points, but also their main guy on the freshman team. And you see them taking the field as we get set for tonight's ball game.
The Eagles are going to rely heavily on Jack Laux tonight to carry them through this game. Jack Laux was an absolute unit on the JV team earlier this season in 3 starts. He averaged 5 1/3 innings pitched in all of them, striking out double digits in all 3 games he faced. We're going to see if he can put on that level of performance here tonight.
Yeah, Jack Laux very dominant on both the JV and varsity. This is, I believe, his first time playing with the freshman team all year. As originally he was just straight on the JV team out of the gate, along with Lashetka.
He was one of the trilogy of freshmen that got brought out into the JV team originally. However, Lashetka never even played a game on the JV team. He's played the varsity squad the whole year alongside sophomore Braden Page. He was called up right before the season started. And so this will be not only Jack Laux's freshman debut, but Lashetka's as well.
And now we have the umpires first going to be calling the balls and strikes will be Nathan Keith. And then in the field we have Chris Rosano, as these guys have really been umpiring a lot of St. Ed's games on the freshman and JV levels.
And something about Keith's strike zone is that he's a really tall person, and so that makes his zone go up just a little bit higher than you'd expect. He calls a lot of strikes right around the letter, somewhere around your shoulder, so you got to be ready to swing that bat. Can't get frozen on something up in the zone.
And now Cam with the throwdown, and we are getting set for the first pitch of the game. Leading off will be Devrenkar, number 4. He will be the catcher, and he will be the leadoff batter, the first batter to face Jack Laux in his freshman debut.
Jack Laux, an imposing prospect, sits around high 70s, low 80s on his fastball with a devastating slider in that arsenal.
Swing and a miss, and we are underway here. First pitch, 5:02 p.m. Strike 2 looking and quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
And that's something you're going to see a lot tonight, especially with freshman pitch players that haven't seen this type of velo before. Jack's going to get ahead of them in a lot of counts.
Fouls that one off, and we will do it again right into the parking lot. As one thing I've noticed when Jack pitches with the JV team, on 2 strikes, he loves to do a Trevor Bauer type grunt and just absolutely chuck it as hard as he can. Plus, he also has that wicked breaking ball.
Likes an attack fastball on an 0-2 count.
And he will get the swing and a miss, 1 out quickly for the freshman squad.
And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier with the keys to the game. Efficient pitching. Jack Laux demonstrating that perfectly here for the freshman team. 4 pitches, 1 out already.
Now that'll bring up the second baseman, Warner, as he will swing and miss at the first pitch he sees. Ball out, and that is the first ball he has thrown on the day. As the defensive alignment pretty straight up, have the outfield playing a bit in, as freshman guys aren't really going to hit it too far out.
Not a lot of power you're going to see from these guys. A lot of these guys, 14, just turned 15 years old. A lot of them still starting to lift just this year, so starting to just get bigger. Once you get into that sophomore, junior season, you'll see these guys start to put on a lot more weight, start to drive that ball to the wall.
The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3 got him. 2 outs now for Laux, as that is another K for him. 2 Ks already on the day, and that'll bring up Herendi, the center fielder, number 13.
And something we're already seeing is that these hitters look like they don't even want to swing. Like, very half-hearted swings so far in this is Jack's just breezing it by them.
Yeah, it kind of looks like protection swings, really, as they, again, freshman level, haven't seen varsity-style pitching, as that one misses up. Laux, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, got him. Strike 2.
There's the aggressive hacks I was just talking about them needing. If they're going to try to attack Jack, they need to take advantage of pitches in the zone, and they can't do that with defensive swings.
Ball 2, missing low. And going back to one of the keys of the game, they want to take advantage of the extra bases. Right now it looks like they want to take advantage if they can get it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks for Jack Laux already. And it is scoreless at the end of 1. As we will take this quick timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
At St. Ed's, students are empowered to grow in their faith, achieve personal excellence, make lifelong friends, and fulfill the virtues of student leadership. No matter who you are, you'll always be empowered to be your best at St. Edward High School. Contact the Office of Admissions at 216-521-2204.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck. Come see why we say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
And welcome back to Fisher Field. 0-0 our score as the St. Edward Eagles coming up to bat. The top 3 due up for the Eagles: Andrew Farron, Zach Gaines, and Brandon Florjancic. And let's go over the battery for the Minutemen from Revere, as you will have McCauley on the bump, and then catching him will be Devenkar.
And right now, not only is it a beautiful day, but there is not a cloud in the sky to block the sun, and that might be a little bit of an issue, especially for those players over on the right side of the field. So it's right field, first base, and second base, trying to get a pop fly or try to catch a fly ball could cause some problems, anything hit in the air.
And they throw it down, and we are getting set for the bottom half of the first inning. Andrew Farron, the left fielder, will be leading off for the Eagles.
Farron, your stereotypical leadoff guy, not an insane amount of power, but he's got good speed. He can get on base, and yes, he can put the ball in play, only having 3 strikeouts this year.
And the coaches, first base will be the assistant coach, Seamus McElwee, and then the head coach, Adam Mendoza at third. First pitch, ball low, and it is a 1-0 count quickly, as you can hear some of the players next to us cheering.
What do you say, kid?
Farron, the 1-0. Ball inside, 2-0 quickly, as McCauley's struggling with command right now.
And that's another thing for the Eagles, is that they specify they want to get out on top of these pitches. They want to go and attack the baseball, but if you're not getting pitches to hit, you don't need to swing at those. You want to leave those be, as Farron just did again.
3-0 count for Andrew Farron, the leadoff hitter. McCauley, the pitch. Strike one looking, and it is a 3-1 count now.
I'm going to take a wild guess. Say Farron was in a take all the way there as he dropped the bat to his side before he even released the pitch.
Yeah, that'll happen with Coach Adam Mendoza, as we know from experience. Ball 4 inside, and we have a runner on first. And now the 2-hole, the switch hitter, Zach Gaines. He's going to be hitting it from the left side, as that is his most dominant side. The first pitch to him will be ball in the turf. You're just trying to make it on the stream, aren't you? 1-0 count to Zach Gaines, the switch hitter. The pitch, Farron takes off, and it's going to hit Zach right in the side of the knee as he collapses, but he gets up quickly.
And something that they should know about Zach Gaines is that not only is this kid a threat at the plate, but probably one of the strongest arms on this freshman baseball team. He can make plays from anywhere in the infield, just has some of the best range you'll see.
And that'll bring up Brandon Florjancic, the freshman who's had his taste of JV and and a good chance of on the freshman team, as they are talking with Zach right now, making sure he can jog it out, as he did get hit in the side of the knee, and that does hurt no matter how fast the guy is throwing.
Yeah, Gaines, you definitely don't want to see a player going down with injury early in a game. You never want to see one go down, but especially a player as impactful to this team as Zach Gaines. That would be a huge loss to the team if he went down now.
Brandon Florjancic, number 11, hitting right on the right side. First and second, nobody out for B-Flow. The first pitch to him, ball low. Now the 1-0 to B-Flow. Strike looking.
And with all this control issues that's being clear that McCully is having right now, he's already hit a batter. He's walked the leadoff man. I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles were taking till first or even second strike just to try and get ahead in the count.
And so then they can get the pitch that they want, as that one's low, bounces in front of him, bounces in front of the catcher, Duvenkar, but no one moves, and it goes to a 2-1 count.
It was a good, but I don't know if it was intentional block, as it bounced right off his face mask and back to his pitcher.
As typically as a catcher, you want to keep that in front of you. Now the 2-1. Swing, and a miss, strike two. As that is a healthy hack by Florjancic.
Florjancic, no stranger to the 3-hole. He was hitting well on JV before coming back to freshman to finish off his season. Going to see if he can do some damage here, especially with a runner in scoring position. Try to give Eds an early lead.
The 3-1 swung on, back up the middle, off the glove, and the ball's going to be in play, and he's going to be safe everywhere, and we got another hit, the first hit of the game for both sides.
And I would like to think that that's Brandon Florjancic getting revenge for his teammate Zach Gaines after getting hit in the knee. He hits the pitcher in the arm with the batted ball himself.
Now the catcher, Camden Fuhr, number 19, swinging it from the right side. First pitch to him, ball low. Quickly a 1-0 count, as there have been no first pitch strikes thrown by McCauley so far today.
The big righty hasn't been doing a great job of getting the ball into the zone at all. In fact, that batted ball by Florjancic, only the fourth pitch that would be called a strike today. Make that five.
As he takes strike one, as I believe you're right, they are having a take till the first strike. Camden Fuhr, the hockey player for the Eagles, the pitch. Did not go past ball, and Farron is coming home, and he will score. Runners advance to 2-1 count, and it is a 1-0 early lead for the Eagles.
It's a good thing there. The Eagles able to break the scoreless tie, get on the board first, especially in the bottom of their own inning, try to get try to get out in front early, and then they'll hold that lead throughout the rest of the game.
And something we talk about throughout the program, dirt ball reads. If you see that ball go in the dirt, you want to be sprinting to the next base available as that ball goes low, and that'll go to a 3-1 count.
And if you're a dangerous hitter on JV, who's very good at doing his job, he knows what he needs to do. Didn't necessarily get many hits, but he would always either put the ball in play, get a sac fly, get an advance or runner with a bunt, opposite field ground ball. He knows what to do.
Swung on to the second baseman. Oh, and he's going to muff it, but going to get him at first, but that'll be an RBI single. And now you have a runner at third, 2-0 St. Ed's. And as you were saying, he does the job well.
Hey, Cam, when's your birthday? I'm going to get you a treadmill.
And now that'll bring up Grant Lashetka, the third baseman coming down from the varsity team, seeing his first action on the freshman side of things.
Grant Lashetka, he's a special talent. This kid tops out on his fastball north of 84 miles an hour. As a 15-year-old freshman, that is remarkable. And then he hit his max exit velocity, 92.5 miles an hour. These are numbers you just can't ignore for a kid at such a young age.
The quick 1-0, and that is going to hit him, as he will now go to first base. And now we have runners on the corners for Jack Herman. As Lashetka, I don't think is too used to the speed of pitching, as it's not varsity level speed.
Grant thinks they're all throwing him changeups.
And now the first baseman, like I said, Jack Herman, number 5. He is up hitting at the 6th spot. Runners on the corners, no one out. As the pickoff attempt, he's going to go back in there safely.
And that pickoff attempt kind of helps us highlight one very important aspect of Eagles baseball is base stealing. JV team averaged 4 stolen bases a game throughout our entire season. And I've heard that the freshman team emulates that energy very well.
As during the year, there's a lot of JV freshmen combined practices, so both teams have very similar styles. And now the 0-1 ball inside. That'll even up the count 1-1. And another thing that is being taught within the program, win the evens.
Winning the even counts are a huge part of winning a baseball game, and there's not many people I like doing that more than Jack Herman. Jack, a lot of players at his age will they'll see the ball, they'll guess where it's going, and then swing out of their shoes, try and crush it. Jack's one of the few players who watches that ball all the way into the catcher's glove most of the times. When he's swinging, he knows exactly where he hit it. If he misses it, he knows what he's doing. He knows where he's sending it. He's just an all-around good hitter at the plate.
Ball 2 is low, and that'll make it a 3-1 count now for Herman. As on deck for the Eagles, Noah Lochner, the second baseman. And then in the hole will be Jack Laux, the starting pitcher. But the 3-1 to Herman. Ball 4 low, and that'll walk them loaded.
And that walk's going to load the bases for known power hitter Noah Lochner. Contrary to what I just said, Noah Lochner, not a ton of power for himself, but he has very good bat-to-ball skills. He will put the ball in play for you. It's just a matter of can it sneak through the infield.
Now we have a pitching mound meeting by head coach Dan Carlquist. Is going to calm his pitcher down.
And the struggles here seen by McCauley very early. Unlike the Eagles pitcher tonight, Jack Laux, Jack was able to pound the zone, get in the strike zones early, and he was able to strike out the side in the first. McCauley not able to emulate that same success, and he's really struggling just finding the zone early.
1 out, bottom of the first, 2-0 St. Ed's leads. McCauley, so far his stat line, no strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 1 hit given up.
A one-hitter, it's a very respectable final line. Unfortunately, when you're allowing 5 extra base runners, it's not exactly what you want to hear.
Now Lochner up to hit for the Eagles as his first pitch, seeing it, strike 1.
And that's the first at-bat so far today that McCauley's actually gotten ahead on the first pitch.
Now the 0-1. Swung on to the shortstop. He's going to range over. They're going to try and twist it. Got the runner at second, but he is going to be safe at first, but it will be another RBI for the Eagles, and they go up 3-0.
And then that'll bring up power hitter Jack Laux. Jack spent the majority of his hitting season on the JV team, led that team in average while the time he was there, hit over 380 for the JV team as a freshman. And then keep in mind, this kid does 84 miles an hour off the mound, and you got yourself one heck of a ball player.
And 92 exit velo. He is topped out in a pickoff attempt. He will be safe at first base.
Lochner is somebody, he's got a lot of extra speed. He was able to beat out that double play attempt. I wouldn't be surprised if they sent him on the first pitch.
They won't, but Jack swing and a miss. Strike one as you have Lashetka at third, Lochner on first, Jack Laux at the plate.
And then on deck, bringing up the rear of this lineup, Highly Divine.
Another pickoff attempt. He's going to be in there safely.
Macaulay clearly has the runners in his head, really does not want to give this St. Ed's team another opportunity to jump in front by even more.
And especially to such a dominant player in Jack Laux. As he's going to take ball 1-1. That's the second pitch of the at-bat. If this was the MLB, since he already had two pickoffs, he wouldn't be able to pick off anymore.
It's a good thing this isn't the MLB.
Thank goodness this is high school baseball. The 1-1. Ball low, and Lochner, he's going to go, and he's going to be safe on the dirt ball. Second and third now with 2 outs, 2-1 count to Laux. Now the big righty, the pitch. Ball 3-1. As you've seen, a lot of one strike at bats against these Eagles.
Thing is, though, a lot of these can be explained by poor receiving of the baseball. A lot of these seem to be clipping the zone, but catcher jabbing down at the baseball and not able to really make the umpire see a strike as well as the pitcher can.
Ball for the third walk in the inning, as it is now 4-0. Runners on the corners. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, Highly Divine, the center fielder, as he has some good hits. Not as much power as Jack Laux, but he does have the ability to drive in the runners. And they try and pick off Jack, and he goes in there sliding on his knees.
That's the 5th pickoff attempt in the last 3 batters so far for this pitcher. Really letting these base runners get the best of him.
The first pitch to Divine is going to be a ball in the turf. Once again, 1-0 count, as going back to the Keys, they wanted to fill up the strike zone with their efficient pitching. So far, we haven't seen any of that, really.
Yeah, it's really not been a great game here for the Musketeers.
Strike one looking.
The Minutemen. And Divine, like you said, he's not a player who has an insane amount of power. He's not going to be able to drive the ball all the way over the center fielder's head, but something that's great about it is that he hits line drives. He just gets it just over the infield.
As that one skied out to the center fielder. He loses it in the sun, but he's still going to make the play. And that will retire the inning. 4-0. St. Ed's in the lead, as we will take this quick timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being at St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, this place wants me to be something great.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
And welcome back to Fisher Field from Baldwin Wallace University. 4-0, St. Ed's in the lead, heading to the top of the second inning. Jack Laux going back out for another inning of work as the Eagles were able to bat around the lineup their first time up. As due up for the Minutemen will be Chihill, Effinger, and McCauley.
And Laux made quick work of the Minutemen his first time in the first inning. Went through the first 3 batters in 11 pitches, all 3 strikeouts.
As Chihill, the shortstop, batting fourth, will be leading off this inning for Revere.
Let's go, kid.
Jack Laux, as we said earlier, making his freshman team debut, played for the JV most of the year, and was a very good pitcher up there for them as well.
Ball 1 missing high, and it is a 1-0 count for Chihill. Ball 2 missing low. You got to think a bit of a longer inning. Jack's arm kind of might have been a little bit cold. Gone a bit cold a bit because of it. The 2-0 swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, I don't think his arm's cold.
It always happens. Anytime we say something, they do the exact opposite.
And this one shot out to right field for a home run.
Well, it went over a fence, but it goes foul. And it'll be a 2-2 count.
Well,
so
Jack, I tried.
You predicted going over a fence. It did.
Wrong fence. Oh, right fence for the Eagles.
And now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 4 strikeouts on the day so far for Laux, and we have 1 away in the inning.
And I think these freshman teammates are starting to see why Jack Laux played his majority of the season with the JV and varsity teams. Pure dominance so far through the top of the order for Revere.
And that'll bring up the left fielder, Effinger. First pitch he sees is a ball high. Effinger, the 5-hitter for this Revere lineup. The pitch swung on, and that is going to go over the head of the left fielder, Farron, and that is going to go to the wall. Effinger, he's looking for 3, and he's going to go with a stand-up double. Oh, my, he got all of that one.
That's the thing about high velo. It goes in fast, it goes out fast, and that thing went far. One hop the fence. That's going to put Revere in a good position to start getting some of these runs back.
In 5 batters, Laux, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit, as that'll bring up McCauley, the pitcher.
There goes the perfect game.
And he comes back with strike 1. But so far, a really good start for the young freshman.
And that's Jack Laux has almost exclusively thrown his fastball today. That last double, that was the first time anyone on Revere even put the ball in play.
Yeah, you've had 1 or 2 foul balls, but the first one that actually goes in play, the 0-2, spikes it low, ball 1, and Cam with a good scoop. As Cam, another one of those guys, started out on the freshman team, got called up to JV during spring break.
3 different players on this freshman team who had that happen to them, 2 of them playing today.
Swing and a miss on the high heater, 2 away, and strikeout number 5, all of them swinging.
And I don't mean to be brash, but that was an ugly swing. That was a just get me out of here. He threw his bat at it and just kind of prayed.
Swing and a miss by Skidmore, the first baseman hitting in the 7-hole. 4-0 our score, top of the second inning. St. Ed's with the lead. 0-1 count to Skidmore. Swing and a miss, strike 2, as he is swinging way, way under that one. As from our vantage point down here by the third base dugout, it is very out. Not too sure if the camera can pick that up. The 0-2, strike 3 looking. 3 up, or 4 up, 3 down. First backward K. And we go to the bottom of the second quickly. St. Ed's once again 4-0 lead, and we will take another timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Welcome back to Fisher Field, 4-0 St. Ed's, heading to the bottom of the second inning, and we have the top of the order for the Eagles. Andrew Farron, Zach Gaines, Brandon Florjancic. Last inning, the Eagles able to bat around the order and get 4 runs across.
And we're gonna have to see if McCauley can come back this inning, settle in, and work through quickly. Try to give his arm a break after throwing a lot of pitches last inning.
Yeah, last inning, 3 walks, 2 hit batters, and gave up 1 hit, no strikeouts so far. As that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Andrew Farron, the lefty. Swung back up the middle. He's going to reach on an infield single.
Just off the glove of McCauley, couldn't reach it there. Coming through from his motion, just couldn't jump high enough. But, hey, game's the game. Farron gets on, and the Eagles are rolling.
And that'll bring up the switch hitter, Zach Gaines, the shortstop. Again, swinging it from the left side of the plate. The first pitch swung to and that's going to plug the gap, and that is going to go to left field for a base knock for Gaines. And the Eagles, once again in business, first and second, nobody out, back-to-back hits.
And despite having 4 runs, that's only the Eagles' 3rd hit of the game, only needing 1 hit last inning.
And that'll bring up Brandon Florjancic, the right fielder, hitting in the 3 spot. The first pitch he sees, ball inside, and that's going to go to the backstop, and that'll advance the runners to second and third.
And same thing about this Eagles team. Doesn't matter if they're down by 5, up by 1, or up by 27. They see a ball go to the backstop, they're going to move.
Quickly a 1-0 count to Florjancic, number 11.
Florjancic swings a hot bat. He drives the ball especially well to the opposite field. Gonna have to see what he can do with the offerings he's getting, which frankly isn't much.
So far, ball 2, 2 straight balls thrown as the first 2 pitches, that's the 4th pitch of the inning, the first 2, all balls in play. Now the 2-0. Strike looking at the top of the zone.
And that's what we were talking about early game with this umpire. He likes calling that high strike somewhere around your numbers. So you're going to have to be aggressive, swing the bat, drive that ball in the air.
The 2-1 to Florjancic. That is going to be over the shortstop's head, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And that is going to bring Farron home, and runners will go to first and third, 5-0, St. Ed's.
A little bit of miscommunication there from the Revere Minutemen. Second baseman and shortstop calling for a throw to third base. However, the third baseman wasn't at the base, so he took a cut home, and a lot of frustration seen on the field.
And now the catcher, Camden Fuhrer, hitting in the 4-hole. And they try picking off B-Flow, and he's going to go in there standing as he doesn't. As you hear some of the players yelling, "Get dirty," he doesn't want to get that uniform dirty, even though it is turf.
Get dirty!
The first pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. That's going to go under the glove, and he's going to be there for an infield single. Could potentially be an error. And it will be an error from the looks I'm getting from Sean.
Yeah. That one hit the third baseman right in the chest, just dropped between his legs. It's a good piece of hitting there.
And that'll bring up number 22, Grant Leschetka, the freshman on varsity. Ball 1 as we have runners at second and third with nobody out. As they try the pickoff attempt, nothing thrown, and just kind of a little step off.
Really letting these runners get the best of them. No pickoffs yet, and his pickoff move, to be frank, is not that quick, meaning that if he tries to pick off the first base, runners on the corners, runners on first and second again, I wouldn't be shocked if one of these runners takes an extra base on him.
2-0 count to Leschetka. The pitch. Ball in the turf, and there's going to be a steal, and he's going to be safe at third. Everyone advances on the dirt ball. Reed Florzancic going to third, and Fuhrer will be going to second, and it is a 3-0 count.
Very good slide there from Florzancic getting into third base. Not a great slide from Fuhrer as he kind of face planted into second and almost scorpioned.
And that'll be ball 4. I'm used to seeing a couple of these guys in the JV uniforms, so it's kind of hard to remember their numbers when I'm so used to their JV numbers. As that'll bring up Jack Herman, the first baseman, his second plate appearance on the day.
I'll be honest, I think I only know my own number on JV.
Ball 1 inside, gets away from the catcher. As I can remember a decent amount of the guys on JV, their number.
Well, I know Jack was 26. Or 28. He was one of those two.
Strike 1 looking. Cam on JV, I believe, is 23. And then B-Flow.
Is B-Flow 33?
I think so.
Jones was whatever number was left.
Foul ball. And that'll be a 1-2 count as Herman behind in the count. I believe that is the first batter to go to 2 strikes today.
McCauley not doing a great job of attacking hitters, letting them get the best of them, but this might be a good opportunity for him to get that confidence back.
Ball looking just missed. Good frame there by the catcher, Dravenkar, as it'll even up the count at 2-2.
As we talked about before, Herman, great vision at the plate.
Ball 3, 3-2, full count, nobody out. For Herman, bases loaded.
You can see him looking that ball into the glove, knowing exactly where he wants that pitch to hit.
The full count pitch. Swung back up the middle. They're going to get the force at 4, and they're going to turn the double play on a 1-2-3 double play. And now 2 outs in the inning for Lochner, the power hitter.
Yes, Barry Bonds-esque swinging from the right side.
I think that's what we're going to call him the rest of the year, Barry Bonds. The first pitch he sees, ball, and that's going to get past him, and that's going to score another run, 6-0, St. Ed's, as Cam comes across the plate.
Cam getting chirped by his teammates for being slow as he was. Somebody said he looks like he's running fast, but he's slower than Ziggy, who's to put it politely, not very fast either.
Oh, when he grounded out there, just like we need to buy him a treadmill so we can gain him some speed, as that is a swing and a miss. That'll even up the count at 1-1. As catchers typically don't have as much speed, so the guys will kind of just poke a little fun at that. Runner on third. 1-1, 2 outs. Ball in the dirt, good block there by the catcher, Dervenkar, 2-1.
Did you become a catcher because you couldn't run fast, or did you stop running fast because you became a catcher?
Rec ball. They just needed someone to catch. Ball 3, 3-1. I was never fast. And I don't think I ever will be fast. 3-1 count to Lochner. 6-0 our score. Bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Ball 4, and that's going to get past him. And that is going to bring home Lasheka once again. 7-0.
And you can already feel the frustration coming from McCulley on the mound, not having a good day, as Revere starting to send some players to the bullpen. Think there's some
Ground ball to the third baseman, and he's going to bobble it, and that is going to, he's going to be safe. And he overthrows the first baseman, and that'll advance Lochner on the error on the throw as Laux gets on base yet again.
That's something you just can't do as a fielder. I mean, if you make a play in the infield and you don't have a chance, or it's going to be close after an error, you need to pocket the ball there, because not only do you give up an extra base runner, but then you, on the second error, you give up an extra base.
So the scoring decision is an error on the play and an error on the throw, and there is going to be a back pick once again as Highly Divine up again with 2 outs. Same situation as last inning.
And I talked about this kid's renowned skills at the plate. He's great at hitting line drives, and he popped out to center field. So I'm a little.
Now it's going to hit off the front of the plate, and that is going to bring home Lochner once again. 8-0. As Laux will move up to second base. Divine facing a 1-0 count. Divine at the plate, the pitch. Ball low off the mask, and Laux is going to go to third on another good dirt ball read by the Eagles.
Fantastic block there, really put his head into it.
He really did use his head, as that's what you want catchers to use, whether there's a ball in play or they're blocking sometimes.
Hiley's got a good scoring opportunity here, trying to put the Eagles up by, this would be 9, I think, if Jack scores.
It will be, and that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Chihil, and he is going to bobble it, and there will be another error and another run coming across.
And the struggles of the pitcher and the frustrations of the pitcher becoming very clear now, as there's not much more he can do. He's coaxed ground ball after ground ball, and his infield's just not backing him up.
And now we go back to the top of the order. Andrew Farron for his second time in this inning and third time on the day.
Jack Laux was just collecting the first base coaches and all of his teammates' gear. He was about an ankle guard away from being a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Ball 1 out. I've heard you say that so many times, and it's still funny.
It's a good joke, man. A good joke's good in any situation.
The 1-0 pitch to Farron, and Hiley takes off. Ball low, and that'll be another stolen base.
And a nickname that a lot of players in this program have given Highly Divine has been Highway, with that incredible speed on the base pass. Even if it was a good play, even if it was a clean play at the plate, they would have had almost no chance to be able to get Highly.
Fly ball, and that is going to go foul over the third base bench, and you hear Coach Mendoza say somebody on it, and it is a 2-1 count. Two-one count to Farron, also known in the program as Fairbear. The pitch. Strike looking as that'll be strike 3, drop third, and that will go out of the inning. The Eagles take a 9-0 lead, and we will be right back on the Eagles Sports Network.
The St. Ed's Alumni Association is once again proud to sponsor the live stream broadcasts of your St. Edward Eagles. The Alumni Association acts as a liaison between alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck. Come see why we say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Sean Carl, joined here by the ever so lovely Chris Mendoza. And we're bringing you Freshman Baseball live from Baldwin Wallace here on this Friday afternoon. As we get started at the top of the third inning, it'll be Tim Pone, the E8, bringing it up for Revere. Lauk fires in a
high exit velocity.
Lauk's got him swinging 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. And Lauk's is working quickly through this lineup. Their 8th hitter, his 7th strikeout. Coming up now for Revere will be Hughes. Hughes playing third base tonight. He's trying to make up for an error from last inning. And that's not a great start as he takes strike 1 on a fastball right down the middle. The second pitch from Laux and same result, except this time swinging 0-2 quickly for Hughes, and he's got to play some defense now.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of protection swings, it looks like, as these guys don't really know what to do with the speed, and there's another swing and a miss.
8 outs, 8 strikeouts for Jack Laux. It's clear to see that he is in cruise control, and for the kid who hit a double off him, you can bet he's in heaven right now because he's laughing in all his teammates' faces.
And that'll bring up Brienza, the right fielder.
Laux pumps in a fastball. That's strike 1. And Laux, as you mentioned before, he's got a great curveball. He's fantastic with it. Thing is, he hasn't thrown it at all tonight because these hitters just can't seem to touch his fastball.
Yeah, I've caught Jack multiple times as he can really gas up his fastball and that breaking ball. Such beautiful movement to really fool the hitters.
Laux, the 0-2. Got him looking. An immaculate inning for Jack Laux. 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 1 completed half inning. Jack Laux is through 3, and we're through 2.5 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, like this place wants me to be something great.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Sean Garlock, joined by Chris Mendoza, and we have got some offensive and defensive changes here for both sides. Taking over on the mound will be Effinger. He was playing left field before. McCulley's day is done. His final line will be 9 runs allowed, 4 hits, 4 errors on his teammates, 3 hit by pitches, and 4 walks. Subbing in for the Eagles, Ethan Rebish will be taking over Brandon Florjanic's spot. However, Zach Gaines leads it off at the plate, swinging from the left side. First pitch, swinging.
Foul ball.
Pops this one out of play, narrowly avoids getting an insurance claim mailed to his house.
And Rebish is on deck. He can hear us, and he got a little mad when you called him Rebish. So, he said he doesn't care. Okay, we're going to do whatever we want then.
If he gets a hit, I'll say his name right.
Yeah.
The pitch to Gaines, this one popped. That's going to be trouble for the shortstop. He gets out there and he makes a nice run and catch. Gaines is retired on 2 pitches, and there's one away here in the bottom of the third.
As Rebish will be going to left field I believe.
Rebish will be taking over the duties in right field for Brandon Florjanic. Rebish, number 18, getting his first at-bat on the day. Very, very good contact hitter. Not a lot of pop behind that bat, but he's going to put the ball in play whether you like it or not. As he swings to the first one. And
kind of an ugly swing.
Not the greatest swing from Rebish.
I've seen better in practices from him, so.
So Rebish working from behind in the count 0-1 after a good curveball there from Effinger. The offering, a little bit high. Rebish leaves it. It's 1-1.
9-0 score as the OHSAA run rules say the game will be 10 after 5. So if a team is up by 10 after 5 innings, the game will be over, and we are currently at 9-0 in the third.
Rebish getting some advice from his first base coach, Seamus McElwee. It's the 2-1 offering is grounded over the second base side. Gloved, fires, got him by a step. And the Eagles have 2 away here in the third inning.
So I guess now we have to say Rebish because he didn't get the hit.
Rebish is rubbish. But coming up to the plate now, number 19, Cam Fuhrer, the catcher. Fuhrer so far today, he has reached on error and grounded out, but he has an RBI on the night. The pitch from Effinger. Little bit low and outside. It'll be a 1-0 count coming up. And something that Fuhrer is very good at doing, on any team he plays for, is he pulls fly balls and he pulls them hard. So that one's taken upstairs for ball 2.
Now that you said it, he's gonna hit it oppo. It's the announcer's jinx. It's a real thing. People don't believe it.
If he gets a hit, I don't care what I say.
Fair enough.
He fouls that one off. It'll go to a 2-1 count. Still controlling the at-bat is Fuhrer. And Effinger doing a lot better of a job than than the former pitcher for Revere. McCulley's putting the ball in the zone. He's making Ed swing it, and he's getting the outs quickly. He had 2 outs in the first 2 batters.
Just missed inside.
Fuhrer takes one inside. That'll make it a 3-1 count for the catcher. And a dangerous hitter on deck if Cam Fuhrer can get on, Grant Lashutka. The pitch to Fuhrer, swung on, grounded over to short. A nice sliding play. He throws from his knees, got him.
Wow, what a play there. First 0 on the scoreboard against the Eagles. And we are going to take a quick break on the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
At Joyce GMC,
Ray. A lot of other defensive substitutions for the Eagles. Ethan Rebish taking over the duties in right field, relieving Brandon Florjancic.
And
as
Noah
well
Lochner
as
going to left field.
Noah Statnick taking over in left field.
Too many Noahs on this team. Coach Mendoza's got to do something about all these Noahs. Too many of them. 9-0 our score, top half of the 4th inning.
And the main thing for Liam Gray.
Okay, we have just been told that it is 10-0 instead of 9-0 according to the scorebook. So I missed something.
And Liam Gray, and he's a good pitcher. He's a zone filler. He's going to toss you some strikes. The thing is, though, he's a pitcher that can get in his own head sometimes. If he starts throwing balls, he starts getting himself behind in the count. That could spell trouble for this Eagles defense. So we're going to have to see how he can perform today.
We have top of the order, Dravenkar, the catcher, leading off this inning.
That one's flied into right field. Ribish camped under it, and he makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out here for Liam Gray.
And now that'll bring up Warner, the second baseman, as the Eagles looking to have another quick defensive inning. As St. Laux finished his day, his final stat line, 9 strikeouts. Trying to play some cricket. We'll just go with that.
Bounces into the zone. Fuhrer tried to frame it, but just couldn't fool the umpire. Good eye there behind the plate. The second pitch, that one's a strike. Good frame job by Fuhrer to even up the count.
And as I was saying, Jack Laux, his day finishes 9 strikeouts, no walks, no hit batters, and gave up only 1 hit, as he had an amazing day on the mound.
Gray bounces in his second fastball of the at-bat. It makes it a 2-1 count. The offering from Gray. That one just a little bit low. And he's worked himself, and Warner's worked himself into a good count here. 3-1.
Now the 3-1.
And that's just a little bit high. First walk issued by the Eagles today goes to Warner for Revere. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Henretti. Liam Gray, betcha he's looking for a ground ball, going to stay low to the zone. His pitch, very low in the zone, swung at and missed by Henretti. Gray gets ahead in the count, 0-1.
Yeah, Gray, not as much velocity as Laux, so good strategy by Coach Mendoza. We've seen him do this before in the season where he has a fast guy, then throws in a bit of a not slower guy just to throw off the timing. I know you hear me.
Even count here for Gray as he takes a look over at the first base runner. Bounces another one in just off the plate. Goes to 2-1, and this is what we were talking about before. If Gray gets behind in a count, he starts to slowly unravel. He needs to find his way back into this. The 3-1, that one's bounced in. And that makes it 3-1.
What I've noticed so far, he's holding on to the ball just a bit too long. If he can release it just a little bit sooner, he'll be able to easily get it over the plate.
And that one's bounced in as well. After a first pitch strike, 4 straight bounced fastballs. And the Eagles seemingly in their first bit of danger so far today.
And that'll bring up Cheehill, the shortstop. And there's going to be a courtesy runner for the Minutemen.
Time called. Fuhrer talking it out with Gray on the mound as he works his way back to the plate. And Cheehill making a fantastic defensive play, able to throw out Fuhrer. So you know Fuhrer wants Gray to strike this kid out, get some revenge. So here we go. Runners on first and second. Gray's first offering a little bit high. That'll be ball 1 to Cheehill. And so far today, even with there only being 3 base runners this game, Eagles have not attempted a pickoff, not even stepped off the mound. They're trying to work in quick. That fastball spiked, and Fuhrer gets in front of it quickly. But the count moves to 2-0.
Cam telling him, hey, just relax, take your time. As so far, Cam's had to drop down and block a lot of baseballs.
He's getting a good workout, a lot of squats going down and up and down and up and down and up.
That would make Coach Augie proud.
That one cut on and missed by Chihill. Gray gets back into it.
2-1 count.
It's the pitch to Chihill. That one a little high. Chihill holds back. And Gray might be in a little bit of trouble here.
As this is the point where he just needs to take his time, maybe take a little bit of a walk around the mound and reset.
The 3-1 pitch. That one, a good pitch, paints the inside corner. And Gray fighting back against this count. Goes from a hitter's count to a full. Runners on first and second. One out here for the Revere Minutemen. That one cut on and missed.
Foul.
And they call it a foul ball.
That hit the home plate umpire Nathan Keith. As every time he comes to a St. Ed's game, he's always taking a foul ball either to the shoulder or to the mask.
I don't know if I just couldn't hear the foul ball or if I just missed something, but Chihill fouls it off, and we'll do it again on 3-2.
As I don't think we're able to hear it through the headsets. So we're just going to say it's a foul ball.
Gray takes a look, pumps, fires. That one shot into right center field. Highly divine, camps under it, makes the catch, fires it into Gaines. Runners stay put, and Gray's got 2 outs in the inning. So there's now 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. The Eagles currently lead the Revere Minutemen 10-0, trying to play for a run rule through 5 innings.
Yeah, the Eagles guaranteed 1 more at-bat in the bottom of the 4th. There will be a top of the 5th, and if the Minutemen cannot get within 10 runs by the end of the top of the 5th, the game will be over.
Called strike there for Liam Gray as he gets ahead in the count. The second offering, same result, cut on and missed. That'll be strike 2 as Gray getting ahead of him quickly. And you know he wants to go to some of that break in action, but if the fastball's working, I say stick with it. We'll see what he's thinking. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and missed. No, foul ball. Check this swing, tipped it to the backstop. So we'll do it again on 0-2. Revere really struggling with being able to get some runs across. Haven't even had a batter reach third base this game.
Yeah, this is the furthest the base runners have gone as Effinger now facing an 0-2 count, ball low.
Effinger takes the pitch as Liam Gray starting to fall apart a little bit, but we'll see if he can put himself back together. Gets onto the rubber, takes a look over at second base. Here's the pitch. That one line just foul the third base bag. Leshutka would have been ready had it been at him.
That almost hit the third base coach, Dan Carlquist, for the Minutemen, as that was a hard hit ball off the bat. That's why they call third base the hot corner.
So we'll do it again on the 1-2 count. The pitch from Liam Gray. That one's chopped at like a sword, but he fouls it off. Fuhrer goes to retrieve it, and there's a battle going on here, pitcher versus pitcher. Runners on first and second here, 2 outs. Eagles trying to keep their run rule intact. The pitch from Gray, that one's way high.
Just missed. Just a bit high.
So Gray moves it into a 2-2 count. Fuhrer trying to calm him down. Gray's got his sign. No look at the runner. He's just focusing up. That one lined to third. Diving attempt. They call it foul.
Just past Grant Leshutka.
Leshutka played third for the varsity team this spring. Almost had a play on it, but lucky for Gray and lucky for the Eagles, who are trying to hold on to a run rule. They keep this one in. Let's keep this one out of play. So we'll do it again on 2-2. Liam Gray versus Effinger. 15 versus 27. Here's the 2-2. Oh, just missed. Effinger thought he was struck out, started to walk back to the dugout.
But Keith said, no, you get another pitch.
So full count, Reynolds will be off with the pitch. And he chops at it, swing and a miss. Got him on the check swing. And I could hear the unsheath sound from the sword from here. Liam Gray navigates through danger, gets through the inning, as we'll take a break on the Eagles Sports Network.
The St. Ed's Alumni Association is once again proud to sponsor the live stream broadcasts of your St. Edward Eagles. The Alumni Association acts as a liaison between alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck. Come see why we say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Here we are in the bottom of the fourth inning at Baldwin Wallace. The St. Edward Eagles freshman team taking on the Revere Minutemen, and they currently lead it 10-0.
As leading off for the Eagles will be Grant Lashetka, and then Marcus Gonzalez going in for Jack Herman.
Lashetka will be a dangerous hitter as
Way to eat it.
Head coach Adam Mendoza hit by a wild pitch.
He's fine.
An intimidation tactic being used by the Revere Minutemen. See if that can pay off, strike some fear into the Eagles' hearts.
He's fine.
Hey, still can't beat that move at third base the other day.
No one saw it.
That snag at third base. I'll never do that again. But
As Lashetka, you can hear the conversation going on.
So it'll be number 22, Grant Lashetka, leading it off for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Third member of our team, Adam Mendoza, trying to join us, but remembers he has to coach.
Effinger's first offering. That one's going to bounce in front of the plate for ball one. And Lashetka is undoubtedly the best hitter on this freshman team today.
Today, yes. I was about to say I'd argue Jack Laux is one of the better hitters.
The pitch from Effinger. That one fouled off, hit a mile into the air and out of play. No chance on that one as that was over the fence in a hurry. So Lashetka goes into an even count, 1-1. Last inning, the Eagles went 1-2-3, the only inning so far today where they didn't score a run. Didn't even get a base runner. First inning that happened. Here's the 1-1. That one lined softly over to third base, flubbed by the third baseman. And Lashetka will reach on error. That is the fifth error by the Minutemen today.
Now Marcus Gonzalez to come in, number 21, the big lefty.
Gonzalez, more so known as a defensive first baseman and a pitcher, but this kid can swing it. Got a lot of mass behind there, driving the ball as he takes a healthy hack at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike one.
And it looks like Liam Ludwig going to go in for Noah Lochner at second base. Oh, boy.
And 21 at the plate for in Gonzalez. Effinger gets inside, gives a look, tosses it in just a little outside. Gonzalez works the count back even, 1-1. And Effinger, so far, has been the most efficient pitcher for the Minutemen today out of the two that they've used. He's getting the pickoff attempt over to Lashetka is unsuccessful, but he's been the most successful pitcher that they've had so far today, as he's actually been able to pound the strike zone, has been walking any batters. So forcing the Eagles to take a swing as Marcus Gonzalez does there.
Now Gonzalez facing a 1-2 count. He's got to protect the plate if he wants to continue this at-bat.
Effinger takes a look. The pitch to Gonzalez. Nope, he holds up. Oh, they call it a swing. And Gonzalez is rung up on 4 pitches. That'll be the first out of the inning. Lashutka stays put at first base, and that'll bring up the defensive replacement, number 17, Liam Ludwig.
Oh, boy. As 17.
Ludwig gets his first pitch, and he watches it bounce in the dirt for ball one. The pitch to Ludwig, hacked on and missed. Threw himself forward to try and get some extra pop into the ball. Effinger gazing in, trying to get a sign, work through this inning quickly, and give the Minutemen a chance to keep this game going longer than 5 innings. That one just a little bit upstairs.
A borderline pitch there.
Mm-hmm.
Could have gone either way.
Ludwig, a great eye on that pitch, just above his helmet. But Effinger will take a look. He looks again. He fires into Ludwig, swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 2. Ludwig moves back into an even count, 2-2.
Two and 2 count for Ludwig.
The pitch takes it top corner of the zone. He doesn't like it, but that'll be strike 3 called. That's the first strikeout looking by the Eagles today. And that'll bring up number 15, the pitcher now, Liam Gray.
And that is the first strikeout in the whole game for the Eagles.
Liam Gray swinging it from the right side. He takes a big hack at the first pitch.
He is swinging to hit it 450 dead center.
Took a Juan Soto swing to the knee, but Juan Soto normally makes contact. That one did not happen. The pitch.
Oof.
Gray tries to get out of the way, but it's called a strike anyways. And that'll take it to an 0-2. Effinger trying to make it quick work of this inning.
Yeah, Gray really just got to protect the plate right now. Look for the middle back approach.
That'll be taken upstairs. Liam Gray trying to do some damage, extend the inning for Drew Jones, who will be checking into the game.
I believe he will just be hitting. Divine will go back in, and there's going to be a balk called.
Lashutka will advance over to second base, and Gray will have a runner in scoring position to play with.
So Jones will just be going in to hit as he is unable to throw today. And there was a foul ball, and he got folded on that one.
I don't think he got folded. I think he just folded himself. That one, he threw himself to the dirt. This kid's trying to
He's got a violent swing.
Trying to go out this season with a bang.
Whether on the mound or at the dish, he's trying to get it done.
Takes a look back to second. Effinger toying with him. The pitch to Gray, bounces it in there. Lashutka sees a dirt ball. The throw over to third, not in time. It goes into left field, but the good backup keeps Lashutka sat at third. Now Liam Gray will have a good opportunity to play with. Runner on third, 2 outs.
And again, this pitcher-on-pitcher battle, both guys have been battling against each other, whether it's Gray on the mound or Effinger on the mound.
Gray, clearly very excited to hit, was in the box before the catcher was even squatted. So he takes a good hack and fouls off another one.
And we will do it again at 2-2.
Effinger starting to get frustrated. This Gray is working him for some pitches. Gets the sign, takes a look over at third base. Here's the pitch. That gets away. Lashutka coming home. He'll score standing. And that'll be the 11th run by the Eagles, and that is huge as that makes it an 11-0 game.
Yeah, now that'll require Revere to score 2 runs next inning to keep this game going. As it has, if it's 10 or more, the game is over. If it is 9 or less, the game will continue.
And Lashutka scored without any hits, any walks, or any hit by pitches by the Eagles. That one is cut on and missed by Liam Gray. That'll be the 3rd out, and that'll take us to the top of the 5th inning where the Eagles will try and close this one out. They lead at 11-0 as we'll take this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being insane has just taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, this place wants me to be something great.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eagles Sports Network as we're getting ready to tip off from the 5th tee box here at Baldwin-Wallace University. Liam Gray will be the pitcher, Cam Fury the catcher, and leading us off will be number 24, McCulley. McCulley will be looking at a shot from around 60 feet 6 inches as we get ready to go for this one. And so McCulley will approach his destination.
He'll come up to the tee box on a par 3, you could say. Not too sure there aren't any signs over here.
Nothing really designated. He's got 4 bases to touch in order to reach his ultimate goal, so we could call it a par 4. Here's the offering from Liam Gray, and he likes that one, but just can't get his bat on it. Good practice swing there from McCulley as he drops down to 1 strike.
And the Eagles currently 11 over on the day.
Liam Gray evens out the count 1-1.
As we are in the 5th hole in the day.
Gray's offering bounces on the plate, and looks like McCulley's trying to get a lie that he likes. Not trying to rush anything, just waiting for his opportunities.
He doesn't want to use the sand wedge too early.
Trying to get a big hit with that driver up there. So he takes that one. He doesn't like it, but the umpire does, as that'll be a 2-2 count. McCulley started this game on the mound, but was bounced early after allowing 10 runs in 2 innings. That one grounded over to third to Lashutka. Lashutka fields it, throws it, got him. That'll be 1 away here in the first inning. A truly exquisite play there at third base.
Yeah, it looked like he had to go into the ground for that one. Had to bring out the chipper to get that one.
Fielded that one right from the fairway, was able to just do his job. So that'll bring up our next player here, number 26, somebody who is not on the roster, probably a last-minute addition.
And he takes that one ball high.
Just a little bit high. Liam Gray bringing this one in. He's already pitched an inning of work, weaseled his way out of a little bit of danger as he bounces that one, making it a 2-0 count.
And we see Coach Seamus.
And you gotta love these volunteers just coming out, just being able to do their jobs and just helping these players be able to have some fun today.
Yeah, the caddy, Coach Seamus, really helping out his pitcher right now.
That one swung on a mist, and I don't know what he was swinging at. Ball didn't even look like it was on the tee yet, and he took a big hack.
Another good practice swing before he tees off here at the 5th hole.
He's the 26th golfer today as that one bounces and comes back towards us.
And again, caddy Coach Seamus.
This is some weird golf.
This is really weird golf.
I don't even see it. I mean, I see the boxes, but I don't see a tee. I don't see anything.
I don't even see the hole. I can see.
We just had a volunteer throw a ball at us. So.
How rude of him.
But here is Liam Gray pitching from the mound. That one is a little high, and that'll be a free pass. And you can get your free passes to Augusta National at www.buythemasterstickets.com. So Liam Gray moves on to face number 19, someone who is also not in our handbook. That one swung on and missed. The high heat breezed it right by him.
And we have just been informed, as that one goes low for ball one, we have just been informed we are going to play the back 5 of this.
Oh, what?
So we can get everyone in the game.
Ah.
So everyone can get a tee off.
Okay. Then I'm not doing this for 6 innings. The pitch there from Gray, that one is grounded to second base. Ludwig grabs to Ziggy, fires off the base. Gonzalez couldn't squeeze it. And so the double play is for naught, but they do get one out. Zach Gaines' his throw just a little off the mark. Gonzalez couldn't squeeze it. And we'll go to the next hitter, number 6, another batter not in the playbook.
Yeah, he just got that one onto the fairway, couldn't get it to the green as he wanted.
All right, Liam Gray gets his sign from Fuhrer, fires, swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove of Fuhrer as he takes this one to an 0-1 count. The second offering from Liam Gray, just a little bit outside, didn't like where it was. Umpire and batter agreeing on this one as Gray doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Takes a look over at first base, gets his sign, he comes set. A leg kick, he fires. That one's fouled off to the backstop.
Really fun to call the game like it's the Masters here.
Yeah. It's a little confusing, though, because, again, I don't know how to call golf. So
I've never really watched golf.
But Liam Gray here in a 1-2 count, trying to make quick work of this. And he is telling his catcher his signs as he just called curveball to Cam Fuhrer. The pitch, and he throws a fastball, just a beautiful spot.
Like that.
That is strike 3 for the Eagles as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on the Eagles Sports Network.
Before we go to commercial, Coach Mendoza going up to Nathan Keith. Technically, the game is over, but we want to get everybody in since it is the last game for both teams. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th, as I believe this will be the last inning. Not too sure. We might play a 6th inning.
We'll find out.
We're going to take this break. We will come back with any update about what is going on here on the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
And welcome back to Fisher Field. Baldwin Wallace University is the site. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, we will be playing a 6th inning as both teams have some guys they want to get in before the season concludes. And leading off will be Drew Jones. He is going to be pinch hitting for Highly Divine, and Noah Stachnik will be also hitting for Andrew Farron.
And Drew Jones, a dangerous hitter at the plate. He was one of the many freshmen who got called up to the JV team throughout the year. Played 2 games up there for them, so we're going to see how this one goes.
And Cheehill, the shortstop, will now be on the mound for the Minutemen. As Drew Jones leading off the bottom of the 5th inning. The first pitch he sees in the dirt for ball one.
And the thing about Jones, he's got a long swing. He likes to get the arms extended. So if he is able to get something in the outer half of the plate, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up pulling it to the left field.
Looking at a low and away strike one. 1-1 the count. 11-0. St. Ed's in the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Drew Jones up to bat. He will not be going into the game for Divine. Hiley will still remain in center field, and he looks at ball two low in the turf.
Good eye there from Jones, just being able to see a low change up and just shrug it off.
The pitch swung on to the shortstop. Throws, makes the play, one away. As that was hit to Effinger, who is now at shortstop. And now for the Eagles, number 8, the scariest hitter to face, Noah Stachnik.
This kid,
He can rock the ball.
This kid is like if Mike Trout and Albert Pujols had a baby, and then he played freshman baseball for St. Ed's. What more can I say?
Looks at strike one, quickly behind 0-1. Stachnik, the 0-1. Ground ball to the third baseman. Slow roller. He's going to have to dig this one out, and he will not be able to do that. 2 away for Zach Gaines.
That was an absolute tank job. It's a wonder the third baseman somehow got in front of that. If I had to guess, say that was hit around 114 miles an hour.
And that'll bring up the switch hitter again, hitting left-handed, Zach Gaines.
And Gaines, he's made some good defensive plays. You're going to see if the bat can back it up.
And he hits that one right to Coach Seamus, and he makes a clean play and a clean throw.
It's almost
beautiful.
It's almost like this guy played college baseball.
Almost like that.
Ethan Rebish on deck calling Coach Seamus a gold glover.
Ground ball. That's going to be soft one up to the second baseman, and Zach's going to beat it out. As the umpire looked like he was kind of second-guessing that one. 3 up, 3 down, go with the Eagles as we head to the top of the 6th inning, 11-0. And we'll be right back on the Eagles Sports Network.
The St. Ed's Alumni Association is once again proud to sponsor the live stream broadcasts of your St. Edward Eagles. The Alumni Association acts as a liaison between alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck. Come see why we say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, like this place wants me to be something great.
And welcome back to Fisher Field, top half of the 6th inning, as this will be the last inning of play for both teams. Liam Gray back on the mound once again, and now the third baseman, who we did not have in our original starters, is now up to bat. The first pitch he sees is a ball in the dirt.
And I think Liam Gray sees a bug there, right where the artificial grass meets the dirt right in front of the plate, because I think he's hit that about 4 times.
Now the 1-0. Ball high, just missed, as he saw a fly up in the air that he didn't like.
And 25 almost actually went trying to get out of the way of that pitch.
And now the 2-0. Swung on, fly. That is going to go into the dugout. Foul ball, as there is no fencing for the dugouts here at Baldwin Wallace.
Thought there was a kid in the dugout standing outside of it. I thought he was about to get run over by Cam the Refrigerator Fuhrer.
The refrigerator, I like that one. And now it is a 2-1 count for Liam Gray, the pitcher. He throws. Fly ball, foul ball again. That one's going to stay in, and Cam's going to go over, makes the catch. One away. And now that'll bring up another guy not in the starters. As right now it's just empty the bench. Why not?
Hey,
get these guys some playing time. That's all what the lower levels of baseball are about. Just get some guys the playing time. One away here on the top of the sixth. The pitch, ball low, and he just stood there like a mountain.
I'm not really sure if this kid even wants to be in the box. He didn't even make an effort to load up for that pitch.
Ball two. Or this could just be part of the strategy he's doing.
It might be.
Trying to get him to pitch to him.
As soon as he gets a pitch down the middle, I feel like he's just going to rear back, send one over the left field wall.
Swing, ain't gonna miss. Strike one, 2-1 count. And you hear the Revere bench cheering him on. Ball three, 3-1. As this kid just standing there, letting the at-bat happen.
It's a great strategy, Chris. We're going to see if it pays off for him.
The 3-1. Ball four, and it does pay off for him, and that is going to be a walk. The third walk on the day allowed by Liam Gray. And that'll bring up Warner, the second baseman.
One out here in the top of the sixth inning as the Eagles and Minutemen agreed to play an extra inning of work. That one called for a strike low in the zone.
And it is quickly an 0-1 count as Coach Mendoza making some defensive changes out there. Just moving some guys over a little bit. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a foul tip. And Coach Seamus absolutely booking it, but Cam Fuhrer beats him out. The speed by the catcher, faster than the coach.
The Lizard King just able to get to the ball behind the plate before his